have actually two people playing it.
Oh.
So there's Andrew Adote, who is by far one of the best actors Ghana has seen, and I've been in this since '74.
When I saw him in Beasts of No Nation with Abraham Atta and Idris Elba, I made up my mind.
Yeah, no, he's in a world of his own.
Of course.
And then we have another Andy Wealth, who is it's an interesting thing with him. This is a guy who walked to the stage in our first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
We just before we opened the curtain for that day's show, we asked people to compete for a place in the group. So the band drops a sound, come and sing to it, and he comes and blows the whole place up.
Wow.
So we gave him, and so we get a chance to adore him this quarter, and we are looking very much to it.
I can't wait to see Andy and Andrew take the stage.
Andy and Andrew.
And I also can't wait to hear the next installment of the play, of the story.
It's not a play, it's a story. It's a radio version.
Sex Scandal. That's what we're hearing for Food for Thoughts this morning. It's brought to you by Roman Productions, and you want to get tickets for the Unclable White Quarter 4 play Sex Scandal. As we said, it's showing this weekend at the National Theatre and next weekend.
And next weekend. The weekend after
November. And the 1st and 2nd of December. It's also brought to you by Suno Assurance Insurance, our business. I hear you're also doing a Facebook Live today.
Yes, with the cast at 6 p.m.
So you get to put names.
So then
you
you can then see how handsome the two people playing Holy Boy.
All right. So what's the Facebook page again?
I'll come again.
The name of the Facebook page.
No, I don't have the information. My technical people have it. They do the arrangement, and I go and sit there and make tune.
Okay, so a little bit tells me that it's Able White.
Okay.
That's WHYTE. Yes, on Facebook you can catch him.
I'm surrounded by, my generation. I know nothing about the new media.
You're not supposed to.
No, I'm supposed to. I'm still alive.
No, what I mean by
but I'm surrounded by all these young people who make me look so savvy.
Okay.
So you think that Uncle Bo is holding an iPad. Uncle Bo will know he's on Facebook Live and things like that. I know things. Just that I'm surrounded by very good people. Very, very good young people, and I am so grateful to them. So, dear listeners, let's see you this weekend at the National Theatre for Sex Scandal. Now, the radio version continues. The story so far. It is turning out to be Holy Boy's night at the Ghana Arts, Music and Entertainment Awards ceremony at the posh 5-star Hilton Ghost Star Hotel in Accra. The Kumasi-based gospel singer has been nominated for 7 awards and has so far picked 5, and there is every indication that he will pick at least 1 more. And yet, even as he basks in the glory of the night, all around him, different storms are raging. His manager, Brodo, whom he has slighted by omitting him in his acceptance speeches, is upset. Bliss, the girl he smuggled in from Kumasi for his pleasure, has planted hidden cameras in her hotel room and is awaiting his return. And Celine, his wife of 5 years, is heartbroken and distraught and reviewing her future with him. And now, here is today's installment. As soon as Brodo comes out of the lift in the foyer, he hurries to their table in the hall. There is still no sign of Holy Boy in his seat. The members of the team avoid his gaze. On the podium, the MC comes up and says, "And now, the award for Male Vocalist of the Year. We will call the Minister for Culture, Honorable Howard, to do us the honors." There is applause as the minister, a tall, elegant lady in rich kente, walks up to the podium. She is given the envelope with the results, and she goes to the mic and says, "And the winner is..." She pauses for dramatic effect. "Holy Boy!" And at Holy Boy's table, everyone goes, "Hey, where's Holy?" And then they see him walking to the podium from the other side of the hall. They get up and run to catch up with him. He picks the award and just says, "This is for my fans. You make me who I am." When they return to the table, Brodo says, "Holy, let me have a word with you outside." Holy says, "What if they announce the ultimate award?" Brodo turns to the leader of the band and says, "JB, come and call us when they are about to announce the award." Outside, Brodo says, "Holy boy, do you remember the chat we had before I signed you on?" The decision to sign Holy Boy on was forced on Brodo by his wife, April. Brodo had been betrayed by every one of the artists he had nurtured and had decided never to manage another artist. His wife, April, had gone to an all-night prayer session one day where Holy had led the praise and worship sessions. She was blown away by his voice, his songs, and his control over the congregation. It had been the best praise and worship session she had ever experienced. After the all night, she had talked with him and discovered that the boy had a demo but no manager. She knew of her husband's experience with artists and knew of his decision not to manage anyone anymore. But she felt this boy was different. Still under the influence of the incredible praise and worship session Holy had given the church, April goes to Holy, says to Holy, "I will get my husband to produce and manage you." She takes the demo home. At home, she had found it very difficult convincing her husband to make an exception for Holy. She had broken the resistance of her husband with her charm and persistence. Brodo gave Holy an appointment, and when the boy arrived, he had laid out his terms and said, "Listen, you are a gospel artist. Your secular counterpart can mess around and it will have no effect on his career. But no such allowance exists for you as a gospel artist. You have to live above board." Holy Boy, overwhelmed to be in the presence of such a giant in the music industry, had readily promised that he would live above board. And now, 5 years after that encounter, here they are picking awards. Brodo says, "You have already picked 6 awards, and I predict that you will win the most important award of the evening, the overall artist of the year. But all these will go down the drain with one indiscretion. So listen to me. You are not to make out or have anything romantic to do with any woman until you return to your wife in Kumasi." Holy Boy says, "You know I'm not like that. I'm married, I'm a Christian. Why would you even think that I plan to mess up?" Brodo says, "Being a Christian and being married have not stopped people from messing up." With indignation, Holy says, "I am not people. I am Holy Boy. Have you paid attention to my name?" Brodo says, "If it is about your name, then I am worried, because in my experience, people are often very different from their names. The girl who broke my virginity when I was only 15 was our house help, and she was called Innocent, and there was nothing innocent about her. So let's get real and don't throw your name at me." Something about Holy Boy's body language tells Brodo that the boy is already flirting with a trap without knowing that it is indeed a trap. He must save the boy from himself. "Holy," he begins. Just then, JB runs to them and says, "The final award is about to be announced." Holy is relieved and takes the opportunity to escape from Brodo into the hall. He wonders, how much does Brodo know? If he wins this award, Holy's value will shoot through the roof. Brodo is now more determined than ever to save this boy from himself. He knows that everything depends on stopping him from walking into the trap waiting for him. Meanwhile, Bliss sends another nude picture to Holy and adds the following message: "I'm counting down the minutes." Holy steals a glance at Brodo and quickly averts his eyes when he finds that his manager's eyes are fixed on him. Holy says to himself, "I must find a way of outwitting Brodo to go to Bliss." And on the podium, the MC says, "And now we come to the climax for this evening, the ultimate award, the overall best the artist of the year. And for that, we call on the Vice President of the Republic, His Excellency Dr. Akins, to do us the honors." The hall erupts with wild cheering as the popular VIP walks briskly to the podium. The MC hands him the envelope, and the VIP goes, "And the winner is," he also pauses dramatically, "Holy Boy." The guests stand to their feet applauding as Holy Boy goes to pick his award. The MC calls for calm and says, "There is something I need to say. No gospel artist has ever won this award before. Holy Boy has just made history. Brother's wife calls him. He picks the call, and for 5 minutes, his wife just keeps screaming, "We won! We won! We won!" In Holy's house in Kumasi, his wife, Celine, bursts into tears, and they are not tears of joy. This should have been her happiest day, but it is not. And in room 520 at the hotel, Bliss lifts her glass to the TV and says, "The higher they come, the harder they fall." And then, I'm afraid this is how far we can go this morning. God willing, we shall continue on Thursday. Until then, stay blessed.
I've given up on asking you what comes next. Let's say good morning to CNN in Parliament, Nikwe. He met me and he said, "Look, I stay in my car an extra 15 minutes every day to hear the next installment of the sex scandal. I can't wait to hear what the next installment is." So, like me, CNN, and he was. I met someone else who was harassing me because he thought I knew how the story ended. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, someone virtually captured me at the airport. I was going to Kumasi.
Okay.
And the person captures me and says, "Uncle, it will be just between me and you. tell me about it." So, if it's brought some entertainment and some light to your morning, that is what we are about at Joy FM here. And it is all for the cause.
Thank you very much, Uncle Ibo.
Welcome. So, we'll see you this weekend, right? No,
yes.
I'll see you on Thursday before the weekend.
Good. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I have a special invite for Thursday. But I will come this weekend.
All right.
As well.
No, I know when you say you do it.
Yes. It will be this weekend, not the next one.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I'll have to tell you. It will be this weekend, not the next one.
All right.
Yeah, but thank you very much,
Enjoy
Uncle
your
Ibo
day.
White. You too. He brings us food for thoughts every Monday and Thursday and catch the final